Welcome to another episode of Talking College Football with JJ Kitchen. Of course, I'm your host, JJ Kitchen. Guys, it's a special edition of the live show here tonight. It's National Signing Day around the country. And, man, finishing up a bunch of stuff here with a bunch of information. We wanted to go live at 8:30, but got stuck at work and then get behind there. Got extra information here I wanted to put up on here, plus a little bit of extra information on each one of these players. And let me tell you something. Pitt's got a really good class. We'll talk about a number of different things. The Matt Sieg situation was pretty funny overall. At the end of the day, Pitt was able to flip an SEC commit, a safety commit. We'll talk about his offer sheet. We'll go through everyone's offer sheet here today and make sure we go through a bunch of different stuff here. Obviously, the comments. I mean, there's 63 comments already in here. We've got some heck. We got some upset West Virginia people in here. Oh, geez. I'm looking at the comments here right now. Oh, boy. We got some upset West Virginia people in here. But, hey, that's a good thing. We always allow the 4-8 West Virginia Mountaineers in the comment section. But, guys, before we get into it here, Colonial Beer is one of the sponsors of this show, located 4986 Library Road in Bethel Park, PA, 15102. Again, great people. Bill and Alan are truly two of the best people you get to meet. Easy to talk to. They love talking Pitt football. Anytime you're in there, make sure you talk Pitt football. Overall, though, make sure we go in there. Plenty of different selections here. Get one of those Happy Dads right here. Really good seltzer right here. A lot of good fun. Had plenty of those before the games. Make sure you guys go in there today. Again, stop in the Colonial Beer, located 4986 Library Road in Bethel Park, PA, 15102. Thompson Law Group with Brian Thompson. Call them today at 724-799-8404 or visit them at thompsonattorney.com. Brian is truly one of the best. You guys have gotten to meet him numerous times at the tailgate in the games. And the one thing that makes things great about Brian Thompson is that he cares about you, the individual. You're not a number, you're a person. It's a relationship. He will guide you through the process from beginning to end to make sure you get the results that you need in your case. If he doesn't have the answer, he'll still guide you through the process and get you in front of somebody who does have those answers. Brian comes from a great family, has a great family, and does a lot of work in the community. Make sure you guys give a call. Thompson Law Group with Brian Thompson. Give them a call today at 724-799-8404 or visit them at thompsonattorney.com. Last but not least, the K Collection, the coffee brand by Austin Kitchen at www.thekingscraft.com. Again, personally, my favorite, the AK Espresso. Make sure you guys could get yours today. Great brand, great coffee. Have one of these in the morning. I'm ready to go. Again, the K Collection, the coffee brand by Austin Kitchen. Hometown hero of Mount Lebanon High School, Coastal Carolina, Chanticleer national champion, and now in the Professional Baseball League with the Seattle Mariners organization. If you can fuel a professional athlete, it can certainly fuel me and you. Get yours today at www.thekingscraft.com. All right. A lot of stuff to talk about here today. Of course, a lot of comments here. Good Lord. A lot of good comments here. I know, guys, we're a little bit late. It's okay. Yep, the 4-8 Mountaineers always got to talk a little bit of smack there. We'll go through a bunch of stuff here. Obviously tonight, guys, if you haven't done so, if you're over on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We're growing daily, guys. If you haven't done so, again, tonight's gonna be one of those nights. The super chats will certainly be live on here. We already got one coming in right now. We're going to go through a bunch of this stuff here, but I certainly cannot get to every single comment. But first up, obviously, we'll talk about the Matt Sieg stuff, and we'll go over that real quick here just to give you my thoughts and what I know. Again, start off, Matt Sieg. All right, guys, at the end of the day, this really was Pitt versus Virginia Tech in this battle, I think, and really until last night. I know you're hearing a lot of stuff here last night that, that he switched his mind to West Virginia last night. That's not the case. From my understanding, from what sources have told me, there was pretty much a bidding war going on today. And at the end of the day, guys, Pitt and Virginia Tech, they stayed right here. The offer that West Virginia basically sent in is extremely, look, you look at Virginia Tech's roster, they got a bunch of guys coming in, but at the end of the day, they got a number of guys on the roster that are good. Pitt's right now in the midst of keeping a bunch of guys. Mason Heinchel's already agreed to a deal. That stuff will come out eventually. You guys will find out about. Obviously, we're still working on keeping Kyle Lewis from going to the draft. Rasheem Biles, Cam Lindsey, our defensive line. Plus, look at all the recruits that are coming in here today. We've talked to a number of different recruits about NIL. Pitt has done a really good job there. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you guys, way overpriced for a guy. I'm going to be honest with you. Pitt has to go into the portal yet to get offensive linemen. Okay, that's number one. They need to get offensive linemen, and they still need to get a number of defensive linemen, especially defensive end. The numbers that I've personally heard, and again, from 4 sources who really gave me the same number. I won't put the number on here, but it was basically a 2-year deal. Extremely, extremely overpriced. I mean, at the end of the day, hey, West Virginia, they have to get a bunch of guys right now because, one, their roster is so depleted. One that brought in like 45 guys today. I mean, they're going to be horrible again next year. Why you would bring in 45 guys into one class, I have no idea. Number 2, when Pitt has other needs, when they want to go into the offensive line group and the defensive end group and add a couple more guys in the interior defensive line, you want to make sure you have all that money when it comes to the transfer portal. You're looking at West Virginia's class. Look how many JUCO guys they're grabbing. I mean, they pretty much, Kevin Brown, big-time guy they got out of Penn State, offensive tackle. I think he's going to be a pretty damn good offensive tackle. Spent a lot of money there. They spent a lot of money on Matt Sieg. At the end of the day, Speedy Tortoise, I heard $400K a year. I mean, no, it's more than that. But basically, I mean, guys, at the end of the day, it was a lot more than anybody else. Pretty much Virginia Tech, James Franklin and Pat Narduzzi pretty much said, hey, have at it. Like, even James Franklin. I mean, even going into the day, I would have said my money was on Virginia Tech. That's kind of where it was sliding. He was going back 50-50 a little bit here and there. Calls were made out from both staffs. But at the end of the day, I mean, the offer was a lot more than Virginia Tech and Pitt. But when James Franklin and Pat Narduzzi basically say, hey, have at it, I think Matt Sieg and his representatives did a good job of taking advantage of West Virginia, because all the guaranteed money, it's on a 2-year deal. It's all up front. I mean, he has to, I can tell you this right now, he has to go in there and play this year. He cannot sit. If they're paying him that $7-figure dollar amount, allegedly, what they're being told to us through sources, a salary this first year, allegedly, he can't sit on the bench. He's got to go play. I mean, he has got to go play right now. But for a guy that has not touched the field in college football, I don't think that makes any sense for us. And I'm actually kind of happy Pitt didn't go into a bidding war. At the end of the day, West Virginia wanted to make a splash. They wanted to get their fan base going up a little bit. Obviously, they got to do something to cheer about, because obviously they're 4-8. They just came off a game where they lost 49-0 to Texas Tech. It's kind of a big deal. But I can tell you right now, they have to play him this year. I mean, I would not be shocked, for me personally, if you look at West Virginia's class, look how many guys said, hey, we're going in here to get paid. There's no relationship there. I mean, once they're done getting paid on their deals, their 1 or 2 year deals, they're out. They're leaving. Like, I mean, good luck to West Virginia, man. Hey, you won the moment. You won the recruiting cycle. Have at it. But guess what? The only thing that matters in college football are wins and losses. And I can tell you, hey, congrats to Sieg's representatives, man. That they got a front-loaded deal. Hey, at the end of the day, they did a good job. They got what they wanted. But, man, the way it's structured, man, I mean, from what we were told through sources, God bless them. But at the end of the day, if James Franklin and Pat Narduzzi are right here, and then West Virginia goes way up here, and they basically say, have at it, kind of tells you all you need to know. So, big win. Hey, big recruiting win for West Virginia. They came in last minute. And that was all happening today, all before, I mean, literally like 10 minutes before the signing period. I mean, it was absolutely nuts, the stuff that was going on today. It was absolutely wild. That's why I put up that's basically that tweet that said, hey, a lot of surprise alerts today. I mean, you're going to see a number of different surprises across the board. They got the guy, but man, you cannot sit Matt Sieg at all this year. Just telling you right now, they cannot sit him. I mean, he has to play. And that is a fact. And if they sit him for a year, that's not good. At the end of the day, guys, the good thing is, though, there's a number of different things to talk about here, and that's the Pitt class. Got ourselves a damn good class here. 21 commitments on the day, and we're going to go through each one of them here very quickly. A short couple things here to talk about. Let's see here. Pitt Truth, and now we have to hear from WVU fans. I mean, okay, like, who cares? They got a safety from Fort Cherry. Cool, man. We're going to go win football games. We have a better record than them this year. Who cares? At the end of the day, they got to cope with being 4-8 and not winning the games. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we'll survive. I mean, it's okay. It all comes down to wins and losses. We're 8-4. We had a chance to win a conference championship. They're 4-8. I mean, I don't know why that's that big of a deal. So first up, going on here, and obviously got my handy dandy notes here through a number of different ones here. As you can tell, plenty of different players on here. We're going to go through a couple of them here real quickly, a couple thoughts. Don't want to spend too long, it's just 21 of them. But first up, Damon Ferguson, 4-star running back, 5'11", 190 pounds out of Gwynn Oak, Maryland. Again, 4-star running back, damn good player. Again, 5'11", really good speed to him. He can really do, and it's funny, you heard Coach Lamar today talk about how he's just like Desmond Reed, but bigger. That's the difference. At 5'11", he also, besides Pitt, he had offers from Indiana, Arkansas, NC State, Michigan State, Ohio State, North Carolina, West Virginia. So we beat West Virginia for him, and Virginia Tech. Really good running back, man. You go watch his film. He has the speed of Desmond Reed, and Coach Lamar, the running back coach at Pitt, really talked about it very well, that the guy has the speed. But the good thing about him is he has the built and the size. He's got the physicality that he needs to be a really dominant running back. And you'll have him as a true freshman next year. You still have, obviously, Jakarian Boozy Turner, who will be an All-American this year. Joel Scott behind him, and now this kid, Damon Ferguson. You got some pretty good guys, and a really number of good guys in that stable back there. Pitt's building themselves a really good and deep running back room, along with the two guys that redshirted this year that did not play in the running back room. You're building yourself a really good running back room. And again, 4-star Damon Ferguson. You watch his film, guys, extremely fast, has the speed of Desmond Reed, but he's bigger, and he's really allowed himself to have more of that durability. One of the things you watch with Desmond Reed a little bit, he gets hurt every once in a while, especially this past year. Damon Ferguson, he's 5'11". He really has that size on him to where he can be aggressive and really be physical at the point of attack. But a damn good player. Next up, a guy that really came on the scene, and again, just a really good eye by Cade Bell in this instance. Quarterback Corey Daly, 6'6", 190 pounds, a lot different than what you think of a Cade Bell quarterback. Usually he likes those guys 6 foot, 6'1", potentially 6'2". He gets himself a 6'6" quarterback, 190 pounds, out of Seguin, Texas. A number of players out of the Texas area. Again, had offers from Pitt, Tulane, Wisconsin, Texas Tech. I mean, he was picking up offers as the season went on. Eventually became a 4-star quarterback. He's going into an all-star game, the Army Reserve all-star game, a part of that down in Texas. I mean, this guy has truly had himself a hell of a year. He's really good athletically. For a guy that's 6'6", I think the one thing that probably Cade liked about him a lot, one, you love the arm strength, a lot like Mason Heinzel. You got the arm strength. You always want to have that. But even for a guy at 6'6", he's really good at moving in the pocket, but he can also run the football. For a guy at 6'6" like that, they moved him outside sometimes at wide receiver. If they were running the Wildcat, they were able to throw passes to him. Really, really good quarterback. I mean, this kid was in the middle of nowhere. No one heard about this kid. Was a low 3-star recruit. All of a sudden, Pitt offers, eyeballs go down there, and this kid has just turned it on to another level. This is just going to be another good quarterback room with Mason Heinzel there. Now Corey Daly. You also have Angelo Renda back there. Cole Gonzalez should be able to come back this year. So you're really going to have 4 quarterbacks on this roster. But, man, Corey Daly, a guy that came out of nowhere, a really good eye by Cade Bell, now being ranked a 4-star quarterback. So Pitt able to pick up another 4-star recruit. Now, on to the next player. Another Texas recruit here, and another guy who was ranked as a low 3-star ends up being a 4-star. High 4-star by the end of the season here. Nicholas Howard, offensive tackle, 6'5", 285 pounds. Pearland, Texas, really good offer sheet here. Again, he had Arizona, Arizona State, Kansas, Kansas State, Tulane, Houston, Tennessee. Was even looking to add more SEC offers. This one was a really good one to pay attention to because I think a lot of people who reached out to me through sources, this was a guy that people were trying to get a hold of. Arkansas really tried to get involved in this thing too. They were potentially going to offer. They really wanted to reach out to him to see how he felt. Was he available? Did he want to decommit from Pitt? This guy right here was 100% with Pitt the entire way. I mean, the loyalty was there. This kid is your old school type of offensive tackle at 6'5". You wanted size. We talked about this offensive line this whole entire year. You wanted to grab a number of different guys through the recruiting class, through the portal. One thing you wanted was size. This kid has it at 6'5", 285 pounds. Put him in the Pitt Ironworks. He'll be over 300 pounds in no time. And this kid really has a high potential, really good footwork. One thing about offensive linemen, you want to make sure they embrace violence. They want to be able to go up in your face and just knock you over, move you one area to another against your will. This guy can certainly do it. You go watch a film on this kid coming out of Pearland, Texas. I mean, the guy is just a physical at the point of attack. Great footwork, very athletic for a guy at 6'5". We'll talk a little bit more about some offensive linemen in this crew that are the same exact thing. 6'5", 285 pounds. Nicholas Howard is going to be a guy you're going to watch out for in a couple of years here that'll really come onto the scene. Next up, hometown hero Lincoln Hoke out of North Allegheny High School, the son of Chris Hoke, former Pittsburgh Steeler, defensive tackle at 6'2", 260 pounds, Whitfield, North Allegheny. You talk to a number of people. We beat out West Virginia for Lincoln Hoke, was really on the top of their board. We were really happy to get him. 6'2", 260. He'll probably get to 285, 290 by the time he hits the football field. But, man, this kid is physical. You watch him throughout the playoffs. I went to a number of his games this year, was able to scout him in person. Man, you love the size, especially at 6A when you're facing Central Catholic, you're facing Mount Lebanon, you're facing a number of these schools, especially even some of the 5A schools that come up and play, along with same thing. You got Hampton, Hempfield, a number of these schools, Seneca Valley. This kid is tough, physical, but he's got really good quickness. For a guy his size at 6'2", when you have a guy that's undersized, you want to make sure they have quickness and they're very physical with their hands. This kid has it. He's a lot like his dad, very physical, hardworking. We're lucky to get Lincoln Hoke, defensive tackle, out of the Whitfield, another Whitfield hometown hero to Pitt, out of North Allegheny. Really good one. And again, when your dad is out of the Pittsburgh Steelers, you have a personal coach like that who can teach you really defensive line play, how to adjust to offensive lines. We got ourselves a really damn good football player. He's got really good potential. Next up, we got Kentrell McCray. If I can find him on my list here. He's somewhere on here. Yep, Kentrell McCray Jr., cornerback, wide receiver, 6 foot, 184, 184 pounds out of Clearwater, Florida. If we can see here, he's got offers out of Clearwater, Florida. He's got offers out of Iowa State, Cincinnati, Louisville, Michigan State, and Rutgers, just to name a few. Got him on here as a wide receiver from what we saw today. Pat Narduzzi talked about he could potentially play both. They have him as a wide receiver right now. I think he's a great football player, a lot of potential. One of the things we continue to work on a little bit is a route running. I think once he gets involved with the Pitt offense, you'll be able to really coach him up. That's a thing you really start to learn in college, especially when it comes to route running, a lot more sophistication when it comes to route running in college football, a lot more pro-style systems. You look at Pitt's, it's a spread pro. So at the end of the day, he's going to learn a lot more here. I like this kid a lot. Lucky to get him. And that leads me into another wide receiver right here, Jaden Dunbar. This was a hell of a grab. Very abnormal to what we normally get. You get wide receiver, 6'5", 180 pounds out of Thomasville, Georgia. We were able to really get him away from Georgia, which was a huge thing. I mean, we were lucky. He was about to go on a Georgia visit. We were able to get him to switch. You guys saw that huge tweet that came out roughly about 3 or 4 months ago. Ended up canceling his Georgia visit, goes to Pitt. Pitt takes care of him through NIL, and also, too, the relationship he was able to build with wide receiver coach J.J. Laster is second to none. He did a phenomenal job along with Archie Collins, who's known for a number of different areas between the Detroit, Michigan area, even what he does down in the Georgia area. This kid, anybody that I talked to, it was funny, I had a Florida State insider reach out to me this past week and said, went and watched this kid in person when Florida State was looking at him, and they said, man, this kid is really, really good. Wish Florida State would have given him more of a look or went after him a little bit harder. They offered him. They didn't go after him too hard, but they said, honestly, wish they would have been after him harder because this kid is really, really good. Jaden Dunbar, pull up his list of potential offers that he had here. If I can pull it up here. Jaden Dunbar, 4-star wide receiver, 6'5". Had Georgia, Arkansas, Duke, Florida State, Michigan State, Ole Miss, West Virginia, Mississippi State, just to name a few. Again, really good football player. People talked about how, one, his size, he's able to go up and high point the football. Really good speed, 4.5, 4.4. I mean, a guy that's 6'5", to see a kid run that fast at that kind of height, you got yourself a really good wide receiver. And again, you look at this class right now, they're coming in. It's all based on projection, all based on potential. That's what you look at when you get kids from the high school area and you get kids in the high school ranks. It's all projection, how you really develop these football players. But each one of these kids certainly has the skills. Before we go into it here, looking at the comments section here. Let's see here. John Waffle, thank you, sir, for the super chat. They're saying WVU is a natty contender now. I mean, okay. I mean, I needed a good laugh, but hey, don't care what West Virginia's doing. Really don't care. They worry about what, remember, guys, they worry about what we're doing, right? We're big brother, always will be. Next up, linebacker Isaiah Simmons, linebacker, 6'1", 200 pounds, really good football player, Norfolk, Virginia. This linebacker crew, you know, Ryan Manilak does not get enough credit for how well he's recruiting, and it just continually flows, and continually you find more and more talent. This is a kid, again, out of Norfolk, Virginia. You get a kid out of Virginia, that's huge. One, every single guy we get from Virginia, tough as nails. They're tough as hell every single time. Offers out of Georgia Tech, Virginia, West Virginia, Michigan, Michigan State, Syracuse, Nebraska, just to name a few. Really loved his tape. I think he's a kid that, one, can come in here, won't play as a freshman, but I think as a redshirt freshman, he's going to touch the field because he's just that good of a player. Football IQ through the roof. I think he's got a lot of potential. When you get him involved with Ryan Manilak, you have a really good opportunity to develop a really good football player, and Isaiah Simmons is one of those guys. Next up, one of my other favorite recruits in this class, Wyatt Villarreal, tight end, 6'5", 220 pounds, out of Salina, Texas. Another Texas recruit. God, you can't get enough of it. You know, Coach Bro, you know, as they call him, Coach Bronowski, special teams coordinator, tight end coach, really has developed a tight end room that's really good, but a Texas pipeline that we're starting to pay attention to. It was funny. They did a huge thing on down there in Texas and Salina that talked about the pipeline that Pitt's really building down in Texas. You can get kids out of Texas, man. That's a home run for Pitt. I think they continually do a good job. Randy Bates has been doing a good job down there. But Coach Bronowski, man, he has done a phenomenal job recruiting that area. 6'5", 226. He's been having a freakish year. He's getting ready for a state championship football game. Arizona, Cal, USF, Colorado State, and a couple of SEC schools that were trying to poach Wyatt. He stayed loyal. He stayed 100% committed to Pitt, and we truly appreciate that because this kid, I'll tell you what, he's a tight end. In their offense, they really had him out wide. He's been a passing threat, which, again, we love to have a tight end that's a passing threat. He'll be a very good matchup nightmare down the middle of the football field, down the hash. Anytime we need to have a one-on-one matchup, Wyatt's going to be a really good guy to take a look at. And, again, Wyatt Villarreal, damn good football player, you know, comes from a great family. We'll actually have an interview with him on Saturday. Excited for that one. Excited for you guys to meet him. Really good young man and really great parents. I mean, his parents are truly the best. His dad's the man. Really appreciate their whole family. And I actually posted a video today of his high school football coach talking about all the hard work that Wyatt has put in. The kid works his tail off, and that's why you love to see guys like that come to Pitt, because you can coach those guys because they work their tails off. That's all you ask out of them. And again, just done a phenomenal job. Next up, Mike Vanderord, offensive lineman, offensive tackle, 6'7", 260 pounds, out of St. Ignatius, Cleveland, Ohio. Really good football player. You get somebody out of St. Ignatius, you go get him. This was a kid, had offers from, if I can find it here, Wake Forest, WVU, North Carolina, Toledo, and Ohio. He was committed to Toledo at the time. We flipped him from there, saw a lot of potential in this kid. And again, one of the big things you saw, we took a number of guys here with just massive size in the offensive line. You wanted to get bigger on the O-line, and I think Pitt has done a really good job of attacking offensive linemen and really doing a good job of finding those guys, those interior linemen aren't 6'7", but the guys that are like really 6'3", 6'4" for interior-wise, so they're really good in terms of pulling guards, being able to be athletic at the center position, the guard position, but the tackle position, Pitt's doing a hell of a job. Another offensive lineman here, 6'7", 260 pounds. Really pumped up to get this kid. Next up, man, this was another one. Guys, I was truly worried about this one. Marcus Jennings, another linebacker, 6'2", 205 pounds, out of Detroit, Michigan, the Archie Collins area. Him and Ryan Manilak did a great job here. This was one where Michigan got involved very late. You guys saw the offer sheet. Anytime you're a Michigan kid, you get an offer from Michigan, they're going to look pretty hard at that offer, and he certainly did. But again, stayed loyal to Pitt, stayed with Pitt, which is a huge thing. This kid, again, 6'2". You look at his offer sheet, Marcus Jennings out of Detroit, Michigan, Michigan State, Iowa, WVU, Purdue, Illinois, Ohio State. Really good offer sheet, man. I mean, Michigan kid, the minute that Michigan came on board, you're worried about Ohio State a little bit, but then when Michigan got on board, it got really nerve-wracking there for the last couple of weeks. But man, this kid stayed loyal. Got to talk to him a little bit. Really good young man, really good family, football IQ through the roof. Really pumped up that we were able to keep him. He's certainly excited to be part of the Pittsburgh Panthers, and we'll be ready to get a hold of him. And again, guys is phenomenal, man. I can't wait to see him in this defense, this attack style defense that we run, quarter style, where the linebackers are just playing downhill the entire time. This kid's going to truly be special, in my opinion. Next up, this kid, as one coach at Peters Township told me, who was my former defensive coordinator in high school, Coach McMillan, who's also the father of Donovan McMillan. Donovan McMillan, former Pitt Panther, now with the Cleveland Browns, plays quite a bit with the Cleveland Browns. Reston Lehman, defensive end, 6'4", 230 pounds, out of Peters Township, hometown hero. This kid, anybody you talk to since he's been a young kid, he has just been the strongest in his group. They call him the best kid that he's ever coached. I mean, even over his own kid. I mean, at the end of the day, Donovan McMillan was a hell of a player. He got to coach his own son. Talked about how he loved to coach this kid, one of the best kids he's ever gotten to coach. Did anything the team asked. Just a physical specimen. The guy has always been a freaking nature when it comes to strength-wise. And if you watch his tape, man, go look at the pressure. I mean, it's every single play. His highlight film is just ridiculous. I mean, the guy is literally just rushing the passer, and then on first and second down, he's trying to get involved, getting them involved with tackles in the middle of the defensive line. I mean, this kid is truly a great football player. We were lucky to get him. We were seeing him go a number of different ways. We were certainly in battles with Penn State, certainly involved with him. Indiana certainly tried to come in a number of different times there, which, again, Indiana's been doing a really good job recruiting-wise. See if I can find his bio that I have here. Reston Lehman, 4-star defensive end. Again, Peters Township. So I have 6'4". And then here, Penn State, Indiana, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Nebraska, just to name a few. Indiana, just overall, this was a one that we were really happy to get. And if you remember early on in Reston's recruitment to Pitt, Pitt was really not even on the radar. I mean, it was almost like Pitt was really messing up this recruitment. All of a sudden, people start having phone calls, people asking, hey, what's going on? What can we do to get involved in this? The minute Pitt gets involved, this kid, diehard Pitt guy, and you would love to see him get involved with Pitt. It was another really good pickup for Pitt. Again, another WPIAL recruit. And as Pat Narduzzi said, Pitt takes the most WPIAL kids of any school in the country and also develops the most WPIAL kids to the NFL. Numbers don't lie. Couple comments in here. Dodge over to here real quick. Pitt Truther. Are we losing a grip on hometown recruitment? Why do they go to these rival schools, and why do they send a truck out if we don't get them? Embarrassing. Why? I mean, how is that embarrassing? I mean, they went out and recruited them extremely hard. I mean, at the end of the day, Matt Sieg got a really good offer in terms of money-wise. Nobody else. Penn State was recruiting today. Terry Smith didn't offer Matt Sieg a contract. I mean, we matched Penn State. We matched Virginia Tech. We were all on the same level. Then we went above and beyond that, went over them. West Virginia came in right at the last second, made an outrageous offer. That's how it goes. I mean, I don't know how they're really losing the WPIAL recruitment. Now, I think Pat Narduzzi can do a lot better with the relationships with high school coaches. That's a fact. But I mean, you can't deny the amount of players from the WPIAL that commit to Pitt. There's no other school in the country that gets as many WPIAL recruits. None. Yeah, thank you. What's not embarrassing is we were going into Texas and Florida and convincing kids to come to Oakland. That's amazing to me. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, what the hell? And also, too, people need to realize, the WPIAL is not what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. You're going to have guys that go from Central Catholic to Notre Dame. You're going to have guys that go to Ohio State. You're going to have guys go to Penn State. I mean, be honest. I mean, West Virginia, that's what, one? When was the last time that you heard a really good WPIAL player go to West Virginia? Can't tell you. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I don't know, when was that? I mean, the early 2000s. When was that? So I don't get it. I mean, at the end of the day, and again, Matt Sieg's decision was strictly on money. That's just what it was, and there's nothing wrong with that. He got a great offer. Yeah, I see Rodney Gallagher. How's that going for Rodney Gallagher? 2 straight years of nothing. I mean, what has he done? So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, seeing a couple comments in here. I'm just trying to figure that out. I mean, look at what Pitt has done. DeMar Hamlin, Dane Jackson, Paris Ford. James Conner was technically counted as the WPIAL. We got him. Instead of defensive end, he goes to running back. I mean, Tyler Boyd, John Baldwin. You can go back through all the years. I mean, Cam Lindsey. Cam Lindsey's a 4-star recruit. We got Elliott Donald. We got all those guys, especially 2. I mean, they were all 4-star recruits. They all came to Pitt. I mean, Kenny Pickett, why are people freaking out? It's because it's just it's like the Pitt mentality. I just some of the stuff sometimes I just don't get it. It's a safety. I don't understand it. That's a big thing for West Virginia. Okay. They made a great offer. There's nobody else on their roster. Guys, they took 46 high school recruits today. I mean, you talk to any college coach, like I have, college, high school, the first thing they said is next year, they're in for a long year again. If you think that you're going to go out there in any Power 4 conference, and play all true freshmen, you guys better come to the realization. Scott McKillop, amen. Yeah, I mean, Kenny Pickett is the GOAT. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, but guess what? They have four 4-stars with 46 recruits. I mean, holy hell. If you added 20 more recruits to Pitt's recruiting roster, they're in the top 25. I mean, come on, man. At the end of the day, look at the players I'm bringing up right now. Look at the offer sheets. I don't know. I'm just missing. I don't get the Pitt fans with the WPIAL stuff. I really don't. I love seeing WPIAL guys go to Pitt, and again, they have a number of WPIAL guys on here. We landed Rested Lehman, 4-star defensive end. I mean, he's 4 stars on Rivals. Jay Cradle, Blake Zubovic. Yes. Jay Cradle picked us over Ohio State. Ohio State wanted to start him at D tackle, then offensive line. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. It's that is the one thing about Pitt fans, man. It is the mental fortitude of just like pessimism. Guys, we were literally a game away this year from the ACC title game. I mean, it was a blessing that we lost West Virginia and we lost Louisville, because then we found out we have a quarterback in Mason Heinchel who has already signed his contract. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, what more do you want? Would you rather be 4-8? I mean, is that what you guys want? I mean, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, but Pitt Truther, you have to understand, buddy. I mean, go look at the 2 rosters. When you use common sense, our roster's a lot more expensive. We have multiple All-Americans we're keeping right now. Multiple All-Americans. How many defensive linemen? I mean, we're in the middle of a battle with Sean Lee, who's potentially looking at other deals right now from people trying to poach him. There's people trying to poach Rasheem Biles. We have to go out and get how many offensive linemen, defensive linemen? Why would you spend over $1 million on a safety that has never touched the field in college? That doesn't make any sense. This is also the same crew. Guys, they literally spent all this money on Matt Sieg today. They literally let a 4-star offensive lineman in the state of West Virginia go to North Carolina. Do you see West Virginia fans freaking out? That's the only thing I really just don't understand. I just don't understand that. And again, you're looking at high school recruits right now. Look at the transfer portal. I mean, how many times have guys hit the transfer portal there? Exactly. Because if we beat WVU, Holstein is still quarterback, and we're probably a record is 4-8. Yeah. I just don't get it, man. If you like, do you think that these players that we're getting right now, like what, it was funny talking to a number of these recruits. When you look at like Marcus Jennings when he was going to look at Michigan, do you think that guy's playing here for free? We're not recruiting JUCO players like a bunch of these other schools, like some. Like, I mean, what else? Like, what else do you want? I don't understand it. I really don't. I've never understood the whole complaining and like just like fear mongering. Like, I mean, like I don't understand it. You guys have to explain it to me. I really don't. I really don't understand it. I mean, it's West Virginia. They look up to us. We never bring up West Virginia on this channel unless something is brought to us and we're responding to it. I don't know what else. They literally compare their program to ours. They were 4-8 last season, guys. They don't have any players really returning on their roster. I mean, they literally have to go out and get a number of how many different guys. Each roster, guys, think about it. Let's just say 85 scholarships. They bump up to 90 scholarships. Half of their roster is going to be freshmen. You think that's a good idea? You think that's going to be successful next year? Henny, I think the Missouri flip we got is so much better than Sieg. He played against 1A Whitfield comp. I'd much rather have players from Georgia, Florida, and Texas. I mean, I don't get it. Now I see, especially a lot of this stuff in here. Yeah, I agree with some of the comments in here too. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And again, Henny, I think with the Missouri flip will be much better than Sieg. He played against 1A Whitfield comp. I'd much rather have players from Georgia, Florida, and Texas. I agree. I mean, it's not even relatively close. All right, we're going back here to the banners. Reston Layman. Next one up, Deron Barksdale. Wait a second, another Whitfield player. Holy shit! Can you believe it, guys? Kenny Pickett truther, man. I thought we weren't getting any Whitfield guys. Deron Barksdale, cornerback, 5'10", 175 pounds, out of Steel Valley, PA, was being looked at by Penn State. Texas A&M didn't offer, but they were trying to poach it towards the end there. West Virginia, Syracuse, and Memphis. Really good player here. He unfortunately sustained an injury as a junior. From a number of coaches I've talked to in the Whitfield, again, he's a Whitfield recruit, guys. I know that's probably freaking people out. I mean, we actually get Whitfield recruits. They talked about him and said this kid's a phenomenal athlete. Played running back, quarterback, linebacker, corner, safety, all on this Steel Valley team. This kid was truly impressive. Really good athlete, really fun guy to watch. And again, the injury is what really, I think, really pushed back his recruitment. If he doesn't get hurt last year, I think you see a lot more bigger offers, and it would have been dicey to get this kid because he's that good of a football player. I mean, he's shown that. They've talked about the injury stuff. And again, he's now 100%. I think Pitt got a steal out of this. And again, the same thing people said about Cruz Brookins. Look at Cruz Brookins right now. Probably our best safety at this point. I mean, that's how well Cruz Brookins is playing. And he's out of Steel Valley. I will gladly take another Steel Valley football player. And Deron Barksdale is going to be a damn good football player at Pitt. Next up, Joshua Pittman, linebacker, 6'3", 210 pounds. Really good, big-time linebacker out of Suffolk, Virginia. Really good football player here. Joshua Pittman had offers from West Virginia, UNC, NC State, Michigan State, Indiana, and Virginia Tech. We were able to flip Joshua from Virginia Tech after the firing of Brent Pry. Really good football player. Again, I think that firing was really good for us just because when we were able to flip him, I don't think if that firing doesn't happen, I don't think that he ends up flipping. This kid is a really, really good linebacker. Really, again, good with size, 6'3". Again, put him in the weight room. He'll be at the 225. Really good speed. Really downhill guy. Able to really fill the run. Be able to attack the pass rushers. Really good football player, and I think he's got a lot of potential. And again, each class you look at, guys, it's all about how you develop the players. And I think Pitt's got a pretty damn good track record of developing players. Next up, Isaac Patterson, safety, 185 pounds out of Westerville, Ohio. Really good football player here. Boston College was the only other Power 4 offer. And then obviously Ohio and Toledo. This kid, really good. We talked about his too. Went through injury his junior year. That kind of set back his recruiting. I think Pitt does a great job. You cannot debate the safety recruiting that we have with Corey Sanders. I mean, look at the room. Joshua Gurrier back there, Cruz Brookins, Kavir Baines Marquez. Look at him coming over. I mean, the guy is just that room is just continues to be developed at a high level. You got to love exactly what Corey Sanders is doing. If Corey Sanders likes him, I like him. So I can tell you that right now. And Henny, here you go. The surprise of the day for Pitt, a flip out of the SEC for Pitt. Tony Forney, safety at 6 foot, 180 pounds, out of Marietta, Georgia. We'll take a look here at this offer sheet. Offer sheet for Tony Forney, safety, Marietta, Georgia, Wisconsin, was committed to Mizzou, had an offer Mizzou, Auburn, Georgia, Ohio State, Arizona State, just to name a few. This kid, go watch his tape, just physical. I mean, whether it's he could play corner or safety, he'll play safety for us. Really big guy. I mean, for a guy at 6 foot, guy just built like a truck. I mean, a guy who really carries it well. I think put him in the weight room a little bit more, get him up to 200 pounds even more. I'd say he'd be ready to go. I think overall, Tony Forney, again, the offer sheet had over 30 offers altogether. This flip from Missouri is huge. I mean, we tried getting him on campus for an official visit in the June area. He ended up committing. It was really between Missouri and Auburn at the time. Ended up committing to Missouri. Really good NIL package. Pitt does a good job putting an NIL package together, plus keeping a good relationship with him. Archie Collins did a phenomenal job. Corey Sanders did a phenomenal job. And, man, those two really attacked this relationship along with a good NIL package, able to get the commitment from Tony Forney. So that was really good and really happy for him because, man, he's a good football player, man. Anytime. I'll tell you what, it's hard to get guys from the switch from Missouri because the NIL packages are pretty damn good, but Pitt came up with a pretty damn good NIL package on this one. Dylan Wester, wide receiver, 5'9", 160 pounds, out of Sarasota, Florida. Another Florida recruit here. 5'9", had offers from NC State, USF, Boston College, and Syracuse, just to name a few. Again, this is your prototypical Cade Bell type of wide receiver. 5'9", can get in and out of routes. Really good speed, 4.4 speed. Really good. I think we get him to this level, put him through more of what our pro style offense and our pro style spread. Pro style spread to where how we run routes. JJ Laster will really put things together and do a really good job of working with Dylan Wester, potentially a really good wide receiver out of Sarasota, Florida. Next up, Kentrell McCray Jr., cornerback, 6'2", 160 pounds, out of Clearwater, Florida. He has offers, really good offer sheet out of Iowa State, Cincinnati, Louisville, Michigan State, Rutgers, just to name a few. Really good football player. Oops, I don't know why I fell off. Really good football player. Two, cornerback. This is your traditional Pat Narduzzi corner. You got length, you got size at 6'2". Put him in here a little bit when it comes to adding size, a little bit more weight to him. He's going to probably need about a year or two, plus learning the defense. I think he's got a really good potential to be a damn good cornerback down the road. Next up here, we'll try to go a little bit faster here. We're about 44 minutes in here. I want to answer some questions from you guys because the comments are flowing pretty quickly here. Brian Hamilton. This was a huge surprise today, by the way. I thought for a fact that we would not get Brian Hamilton. From my understanding, Brian Hamilton, obviously, if you look here, 5'11", wide receiver, 165 out of Tampa, Florida, had offers from Virginia Tech, Colorado, Arizona, and Kansas State. We held off Colorado early on in the cycle when we recruited him. We got a commitment out of him. The last one that we got was about 6 days ago. James Franklin gets hired. Virginia Tech offers. From everything that I was hearing is that Brian Hamilton was going to hold off, not sign with Pitt, and really take a good deep dive between Pitt and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech really went after him very quickly, very aggressively, a lot with NIL, a potential opportunity there. I did not expect him to sign today. When I saw him be the last one that signed, congrats to JJ Laster, Pat Narduzzi for closing this deal and really creating a package that was really meaningful to him and really helped us close this deal. Because I would have thought if he doesn't sign with us today, I would have thought for sure he was going to Virginia Tech. Pitt does a really good job of saving this one and getting Brian Hamilton in here. So that was a huge one for sure. Next up, Demetrius McCray. We talked about him before. Let me see next up here. Let's see. Next up, this is a really good one. Desmond Johnson, linebacker, 6'2". This was a huge commitment early in the cycle. If you guys remember from the June official recruiting visits, 6'2", 195 pounds out of Northwestern Florida. Another Florida kid you gotta love. Damn good offer sheet right here, man. This was again, we talk about money. This was a lot. Florida State, Miami, Georgia Tech, Michigan State, and Arkansas. Really damn good player. Really, this is the type of guy you want there, right in the middle. He'll play at the mic. I think he probably could play all three if you wanted to, but I think he'll be in the middle for middle linebacker at 6'2". This kid really, really physical. I mean, go watch his tape. He just absolutely just crushes people on tape. And this is again your typical, prototypical Ryan Manilak linebacker that you love to see in this style of defense, where you got to be aggressive. You got to want to be able to approach the line of scrimmage and be a force when it comes to stopping the run. This guy will certainly step up there and do that. And again, really good size at 6'2". You really love to see that as well. Next up, I don't know why the timer's on here again. We'll take that off here. Next up here, another quarterback. Pitt took two quarterbacks in this whole round of recruiting. I would imagine Eli Holstein will probably hit the transfer portal at some point to look for a starting opportunity in the transfer portal. Angelo Renda, the second quarterback, who was the wide receiver, the former Dallas Cowboys wide receiver. He dropped the pass versus it should have been called a catch, by the way. Des Bryant called Angelo Renda a freak athlete and damn good quarterback. He was watching him at this game, 6 foot, 180 pounds out of South Lake Carroll, Texas. I mean, this kid has done a phenomenal job. I mean, from across the board. This kid, I mean, this was the prize recruit at the time. These two, him and Corey Daly, they love competition. They're going to certainly battle it out. But man, did Pitt do a good job of being able to grab this kid. Again, this is your more prototypical of what K Bell looks like. This kid, great agility, great speed. He had offers from the two that were battling, I was told down here to the wire, was Pitt and SMU. SMU certainly does have a bag, so we were lucky to keep a hold of him. Really good football player, and man, excited to get him in the building. You'll love this. Really reminds me a lot like a Mason Heinchel, man. I mean, the kid's got a strong arm and really good ability. I think a little bit faster than Mason, in my opinion. Going through it here, making sure I'm not missing any other super chats here. I apologize, guys. I'm going through this as quick as I can. Coffee here. Yep, Coffee. Pitt's doing this thing the right way and getting guys that will be loyal Pitt men. Must continue to develop these kids into great all-around men. This class is great next step to the next level. I agree also, too. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. Looking at the next one here. Pitt's doing a great job. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, too, here's the thing, though. They're getting guys that are committed to Pitt, but also, too, I mean, we are being very competitive. I mean, at the end of the day, we're being very competitive in these things. Look at the offer sheets, guys. I mean, we're competing with people with a lot of NIL. To keep these guys, you got to pay. They're not coming here for free. But they did a good job of building relationships. We're not looking to take mercenaries, or as I guess Mike Tomlin would say, we don't want hostages. We want volunteers. This again, I agree. But Pitt's doing a really good job, and you see the development. And again, if you add the size of the offensive line and you add the size of the defensive line, you're probably looking at a Pitt team that's probably going to an AC title game this year. We'll watch it and see what it looks like next year, because Pitt's going to be very aggressive in the portal, and they're going to spend a lot of money on the offensive line for what I'm told, and at the defensive end position. Just telling you guys right now. Keeping one here. Here, and we are overpaying to keep Heinchel. I mean, at the end of the day, to keep a good starting quarterback, brother, I mean, you're paying millions of dollars. I mean, I don't know if overpaying for your starting. I don't know if it's overpaying for a starting quarterback, man. I mean, Pitt's. I don't care if Pitt over. See, here's the number one thing right here. So to answer your question here from Kenny Pickett is the GOAT. What quarterback right now does West Virginia have? Nobody. Like Scotty Fox was absolutely dog shit against Texas Tech. He was dog shit against Pitt. Mason Hines was pretty good, and there are a number of people calling. We're paying a lot of money to keep him here. And one, his family's incredible. His mom and dad are great. His sisters keep him grounded. They're awesome as well. Just an incredible, awesome family. But guess what? You got to pay a high dollar amount to keep those guys, man. I mean, at the end of the day, that's why we pay millions of dollars for our roster. It is what it is. If you don't pay it, they're going to leave. It's that simple. That's why I love how Pitt is going all in. And again, like I said before, you guys better be acknowledging Allen Green, man. The guy's doing a phenomenal job. And I said it before, Pitt's doing a really good job. Again, another one here I'll be able to put out tonight. Kyle Lewis, I had said here before, was 100% going to the NFL. Not so fast. There is conversations, and I think Pitt's trying to hold on to him because basically I think Pitt can pay more than what he'll make as a second rounder, really first or second rounder. So we'll continue to watch that. But guess what? I don't think it's overpaying for Heinzel at all. The kid has worked his ass off, and I think he's actually that damn good of a football player and a quarterback. And guess what? If you want to keep him, put it up. And Pitt put it up. That's all I'm telling you. That is pretty funny, though, from Kenny Pickett is the GOAT. We're either going to – you don't like us not overpaying for Sieg, but then you're upset we're potentially overpaying for Heinzel, who actually played college football. I don't know how that works. Let's see here. Let's see. Banners here. Angela Renda. Next up, John Coran III, interior offensive lineman at 6'3", 300 pounds. Pine Richland, PA, another hometown hero, Whitfield recruit. This kid, I'll tell you what, man. Carlo Zacco really said it best. I think if people were, one, he's an interior offensive lineman. He won't play tackle. He can play center or guard. People kind of had a question mark about the arm length, and people had questions about that. If he didn't, he would have at least 40-plus offers. I mean, for me, he's playing interior offensive lineman. We saw him, the Pitt staff saw him in camp. There's no concerns over it. I mean, the kid was absolutely just dominant against, 6A conference. I mean, 6A football players, and he's won all conference, and he's all state. First team all state, first team all conference. I don't have any concerns. And last but not least, I'm going to look at it here. I think we already did it on here too. Michael Vander Oer. I think we may have done this yet. I think this may be the last one. I can't remember if I did him or not. Just in case, though, again, Michael Vander Oer. Yeah, we did. Offensive tackle, 6'7", 300 pounds. St. Ignatius High School. Really good football player. And again, they've added size. They've added what they needed to do. Now, Pitt's worried about taking care of its own roster. And then now, guys, we're gearing up for obviously a bowl game. There's a number of bowl games we're being projected to. They've talked about the Pinstripe Bowl, but also, too, the Pop-Tart Bowl against Arizona. That was the latest one that I've seen, and that was sent to me by two predictors between On Three and Brett McMurphy. They have Pitt facing Arizona, which is a really good football team from the Big 12, potentially going to the Pop-Tart Bowl down in Tampa to face them. That would be a lot of fun, to say the least. I should be really excited for that football game, to say the least. This class sounds great. I mean, I think there's a lot of guys. I read the offer sheets. At the end of the day, people, again, we got four four-star players in this class. We have got 21 commitments. I think Pitt may add another guy here and there. But again, you look at the offer sheets. You got to love it. Scotty Fox is pretty good. Yep, I know. I know he looked really good in 49-0 loss, and then he had 2 picks against us. Yeah, I mean he's pretty good, dog. Do you think we get a better wide receiver in the portal? I would think right now their first focus is offensive line, defensive ends, potentially 1 or 2 D tackles just to add for size because they want to add more size in the middle, and then I think they could add at least 1 to potentially 2 wide receivers. I think that you guys will be shocked, but I think Jaden Dunbar should come in here and play as a freshman. I really do. When you're taking a kid from Georgia, we were lucky. Again, we had to be very competitive with that. That was, I mean, that was a hell of a job recruiting by JJ Laster, and then, but also too, I mean, we're paying the guy. At the end of the day, he's a good football player. He's got a lot of potential. Again, I had a Florida State insider reach out to me and said they saw him in person. They said he was a freak of nature in person for that kind of size and for how fast he can run. You can watch the tape yourselves. But I would imagine probably one more, I think, because now with Deuce Spann graduating, CJ Lee will be back. Deuce Spann graduating, and then Raphael Poppy Williams is gone. I think they go after really one more wide receiver to go along with this class, a veteran wide receiver to go with Kenny Johnson. Kenny Johnson back. One more big-time wide receiver, and then you add in one more. I think you'll be good to go. Again, a lot of projection-based guys. When you look at classes coming out of high school, it's all projection-based because, one, depends on how they're developed, how well you do at developing them. That's number one. Number two, how well they fit in your system. I think Pitt does a really good job of finding guys that fit their system, which is a really good thing. But you got to be able to develop this. That's a fact. Any kids, any news on any other kids staying on medical red shirt? Rasheem Biles and Kyle Lewis, I would have said were projected to go to the NFL draft. Pitt's working hard for a huge NIL package to keep those guys, and guys, it'll be over $1 million for both. So I mean, at the end of the day, when you're paying for two legitimate All-American linebackers, that's what's going to happen. Also, too, you got Cam Lindsey back there. Jaden Bonsu out of Ohio State will be back. He'll be healthy next year. Jeremiah Marcelin will be back in that linebacker room. He'll be healthy. Oh, my God. I mean, Emmanuel Taylor, now you have there, Juju Anderson at defensive end. He'll be a lot of fun. Harry, if you're there, if you and Eric want to jump on, I'm going to send them. I'm going to invite them here, actually. Let's see here. No, I don't want to leave studio. What do I want to do here? How can I invite people? I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. All right. I'm going to send this to Harry. Let me see if I can send it here. See if he wants to jump on here, give his thoughts. Obviously, the Pitt Guru, you got to be able to grab the Pitt Guru if he's able to jump on board. It's always good. Dun, 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 dun. One second here, guys. Actually, let me find it up here. Message. All right. So, Harry, if you're watching, just sent you the invite if you want to jump on board. I know Eric is probably watching at this point. Let me see here. Let's see if I can find it in here, guys. Bird Cave. We'll send this to Eric. See what he's thinking here. If he wants to jump on board. So we did that one there. Okay. So we'll give them a couple minutes if they want to jump on board. Going through a number of comments here. Let's see here. Did I miss any super chats at all? No, got that one. Okay. Going through a number of the comments here. Let's see here. Comment. I can't imagine getting ready for bed on a work night and going into a WVU stream to troll. So weird. Guys, at the end of the day, the fact that we bother them that much, because obviously they're having a hard time coping with, one, they're 4-8. It was a horrible year. They're not getting any better. I mean, at the end of the day, hey, let them do what they have to do. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. We always welcome them. We always welcome our West Virginia people in here. We expect them to watch. Here we go, right here. Beautiful one right here. The constant whining and complaining is why I have a real hard time listening to Pittsburgh sports media. Your show is better than most. Hail to Pitt. Proud of this 8-4 team. The big Steven. I can't even say the rest of that, but thank you for tuning in. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I mean, we're going to call it the way it is. I mean, I really like this class. Were there some guys we missed on? Yeah, no big deal. We got a bunch of guys that are in here, but I like how, we're not taking this approach of 46 freshman recruits. You want to be able to have a class every year between 20 to 25 players, and then you want to supplement it with the transfer portal. Obviously, I mean, they're going all in on a bunch of guys here, but at the end of the day, Pitt did a good job again. Another class with great offer sheets. And I talked about it again, offer sheets. That's what we're looking at. That's why I'm very happy about this group, because, one, I can watch the tape and think, okay, that kid's really good. But then when I see the offer sheet with 10-plus P4 offers, I'm pretty happy about that. Pitt fan, Hail to Pitt, thank you for the super chat, sir. Looking forward to next season. In my opinion, keeping Hicks in the wide receiver room is important. He is a player. I agree. I think that the question we were talking about before, I'd like to see Pitt get aggressive. I mean, I can tell you right now, guys, I mean, obviously, as you guys can imagine, the offensive line is going to be a massive, massive, massive transfer portal addition. I mean, they're going to go pretty heavy on it in the defensive end position, from what I'm told. Obviously, you guys remember, Jaden Moore was not healthy this year. Jaden Moore, the 4-star transfer that we got from Oregon, he'll be back healthy next year. He had a crazy thing with his toe, the turf toe that he had. So that'll be fine. We'll get him back. Jimmy Scott, I think, will be back. Juju Anderson will be back. Isaiah Neal. Guys, I'll be honest with you. Isaiah Neal, people say he's undersized. I think for defensive tackle he can be. But, man, go watch him with the way that he's able to move, his agility-wise. When he gets to the outside, he has that angle. It reminds me a lot like he's not as wide as James Harrison, but he's able to have those crazy angles to where he's able to blitz off of the end and create pressure. Look at how many times one of the things that would always crush this Pitt defense is the running backs out of the backfield into the flat. I mean, it's always the swing routes. Isaiah Neal did a phenomenal job on numerous plays. To be honest with you, we recruited him as a D tackle. I think he's even better as a defensive end. That's how well he played in a number of games. And look at the pressure that he was able to provide, even against Notre Dame and Miami. I mean, your blessing is to try to keep him out there every single play, but the guy needs a break every once in a while. You know what I mean? And the kid's a pure leader, too. That's why you want to have that guy on the team. I think he's going to be a damn good player. I hope he stays defensive end, because I think he's going to be a really damn good football player, DN. But I'm looking forward to next season as well. We'll have everybody back. Obviously we will lose some players to the portal. Guys that are not playing. You want to help those guys find playing time. I don't have a problem with that. That's why the transfer portal's there. And you'll always lose a couple guys you don't think you're going to lose. Probably one or two guys you think you're never going to lose. It happens to every team every single year. At least we're not losing, true freshmen, like USC is right now. I mean, they had a true freshman with 97 tackles this year, All-American, hit the portal on the first day. That's not a good sign. You want to make sure you're holding on to players like that. So I think Pitt's going to do a good job of keeping on the players they want to keep, and then working with a number of guys to find them better chances to play in other places. So excited about that. Let me see here. Good one right here. Johnson's my favorite one in this class. I agree. Let's see here. Did John Coran sign? Yes, John Coran did sign. Yeah, how would PSU with all their 4 and 5 stars amount to wine? The amount of whining is astonishing. Speedy Torres, I'd agree, man. I got news for you guys. I'm not buying into the doom and gloom. I mean, Guys, it's a pretty damn good class. I mean, what the hell? I mean, what? 2 years ago, we had the 50th ranked recruiting class, and then they re-ranked our recruiting class based on productivity and NFL draft picks. We were ranked 9th in the country. I mean, they know what they're looking for. And Cade Bell is clearly a guy who can find talent. We've watched it multiple years in a row. We just watched it this year. We have a freshman All-American at running back in Ja'Kirian Boozy Turner. You know, look at the guys who are playing. I mean, what else could you want? I mean, how many true freshmen? Mason Heinschel, you find this class. They certainly find players, guys. You know, I mean, but the biggest thing with me is, and again, I read it all off on here. Look at the amount of schools that we're going up against here. Again, you've got Georgia, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Missouri, Auburn, Ohio State, Arizona State, NC State, Boston College, Virginia Tech on 6 of them, West Virginia on 21 of our recruits. We beat West Virginia on how many offers did I have here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 players. I mean, at the end of the day, Florida State, Miami, Georgia Tech. I mean, Desmond Johnson. I mean, it's one of my, the guy's going to be an absolute hell of a football player, linebacker. We beat out Florida State, Miami, Georgia Tech, Michigan, to name a few. Mississippi State, Arkansas from the SEC tried getting in a little late. Thought they could get some SEC money in there. Thought they could beat our offer. Wasn't happening. Also, too, I have to mention this. What happened today, if someone can explain it to me, what did Mountaineer Paul do? Because from what I can tell, Mountaineer Paul, I guess, is he running off? Well, the good thing is, Chevy Diesel, we actually play in a lot better stadium that you're in right now, buddy. And if the Steelers want their own stadium, they can certainly pay for it. But then again, hey, maybe you guys can get some money down at West Virginia to correct your own facilities. Also, too, I am proud of Pitt fans. We play 12 games a year. West Virginia gets ready for their Super Bowl while we beat them last year. And then in 2022, which obviously the MJ Devonshire interception will be legendary forever. That was pretty funny to see West Virginia fans cry in person. That was pretty funny. Herd Dues contacted Jordan Leslie. I don't know who that is. That D line from Duquesne hit the portal. He gave a Pitt a little trouble. Might have to take a look at him. No, they're not looking at FCS guys like that right now. They're looking at a couple other guys. It's pretty good. It'll come out. I heard Mountaineer Paul scared a 4-star recruit somehow, made him flip to Cincinnati. Oh my god. Oh god, it's incredible. Who's Jordan Leslie? I don't know who that is. Hail to Pitt. You might have to help us out with that one. Looking at a couple comments here. I don't see anybody else in here. This is a good question from Speedy Tortoise. When do medical red shirts get announced? I'm assuming Derek Davis qualifies if he wants it. I do believe so. That's a very good question. I believe he did get a medical red shirt this year, and I do believe he's able to come back next year. That is a very good question on your end. I'll have to double check with that, but I'm pretty sure he got a medical red shirt this year to come back. I don't think he medically retired. I don't believe so. I think Pat Narduzzi talked about that in the middle of the season during the year, too. If I'm not mistaken, he did get a medical red shirt. We'll double check on that, though, because at the end of the day, guys, it's the offseason now. We got the bowl game coming up, which will be a lot of fun. The one that we have going against Arizona was the Pop-Tart Bowl, and there's another one out in, I can't remember the name of the bowl game, out in San Diego. That'd be a cool flight to take out San Diego, go to some warm weather. I can't remember, though. I'll have to double check on that, Speedy Torres. That's a great question. Big agree, just about the only Pitt media that is bearable. I'm hoping you're talking about me. Hail to Pitt for life. Big agree, just about the only Pitt media that is bearable. Hopefully we're doing that here for you, brother. Let's see here. Correct. Well, thank you, sir. Again, if you guys have not done so, we hit the hour and 10 mark. Again, if you've not done so, down below, hit the like button, subscribe. We're on our way to 2,000 right now. Let's see here. We're on the way to 2,000 subscribers. Make sure you hit the like button down below. We got over 400 people in here now. Like button down below. Hit subscribe. And of course, as always, don't be a hoe. Share the show. Kuz's Corner, really good show. If you have not done so, subscribe to Kuz's Corner. I think probably the best when it comes to West Virginia information. Make sure you guys go to his stuff. He does a good job over there. One thing West Virginia and Pitt fans can agree on today was a terrible day for Penn State. They are in shambles. Yes, Penn State is in a really, I mean, I think I counted, it's like 13 or 14 no's from head football coaches. They had the 150th ranked recruiting class. It just, yeah, I mean, that is an absolutely horrible situation. I mean, at this point, you're better off just hiring Terry Smith, which, I mean, at the end of the day, you fire James Franklin, then hire Terry Smith, which would be absolutely horrible. But I agree, because it was a bad day for Penn State. Thank God that we had a lot better of a day. I can tell you that right now. Do we have a chance to play Penn State? John Waffle, thank you for the super chat. I don't know, because we're 8-4 from everything I've seen. They're trying. I think the media company, between Fox and CBS and ESPN, would love to set that up because it would be a great viewer game. Two rivals going at it. I would think probably the game of the B would be the Pinstripe Bowl. But from my projections that we've saw, we're projected to face Arizona in the Pop-Tart Bowl, Arizona in the one other game out there, and then the two other ones we're supposed to face. Well, the other one was Minnesota out of the Big Ten and Iowa out of the Big Ten. Those are the other two that I saw. So we'll monitor it and see what it looks like. Let's see here. I'm trying to see here any other comments here. Again, guys, really happy about this class. I mean, at the end of the day, we did a good job. Heard from a number of parents, which, again, you like to have those great relationships with parents. We will have an interview with Wyatt Villarreal coming up on Saturday. Hopefully we get the interview done on Saturday with Wyatt. Really good guy. He talked about how good the NIL package was with him, so that's really good. We'll talk about that with him as well. His relationship with Coach Bronowski, the pipeline that Pitt is building with Texas recruits. Again, we got 2 4-star players out of Texas, guys. Quarterback Corey Daly and offensive tackle Nicholas Howard. So, that's a really good day overall. Just pumped up, man. It's just, again, at the end of the day, Pitt did a good job of what they're looking for. The linebacker, I think that when you look at position-wise, I wanted to talk about this too. The position-wise that I'm the most happy about, recruiting-wise, I really liked the wide receiver recruiting this year. But man, our linebacker recruiting is just through the roof. We held off Michigan for Marcus Jennings. Michigan kid going to Ohio State. I didn't expect it. He went on that visit a couple of times. I was getting a little nervous there. But he wasn't too interested, I don't think, because, being a Michigan kid. The minute Michigan offered, I got nervous. And I was beyond nervous about that one. Luckily, we held them off. Again, I know there's a lot of good conversations out of that. Got to talk to him. Really good kid. Really happy. Really, he's going to be a good pick. Really good Pitt, man. Really pumped up about that one. And then, again, Johnson. Just a phenomenal job keeping Johnson from Miami. We were able to do a good job early on. He was going to commit there, was on a visit, was able to really maneuver ourselves way through that. Really happy about that as well. Man, I'm just I'm pumped up right now. Now it's on to, we did our job in the recruiting cycle right now. We need to go into the transfer portal, guys. And again, I said it before. If Pitt wants to really take on that next level, refrain from having dumb losses again, from next year. But luckily, Mason will be back next year. Make sure we got to go after offensive linemen, which from everybody I've talked to within the program, outside the program, said they're going after offensive linemen and very heavily. there's going to be some big money spent on offensive linemen, guys. And I'm just excited because I saw some of the players they're about to go after. I'm really excited for it. Pumped up though for that. Also, 2 defensive ends, and I think possibly even a couple more defensive tackles, just some run stuffers in the middle there, because we do a really good job of getting guys that are very athletic in the middle there, Kalijah Cansey-like types. I think we'll find more of those guys. And, again, I think Lincoln Hoke's going to be a damn good defensive tackle, man. I'm pumped up about him. There was another one here. Reston Layman, again, at defensive end. That's one guy, guys, I think that we're probably going to see play as a freshman. That kid, go watch Reston Layman, the 4-star defensive end out of Peters Township. Go watch that kid's tape. Holy shit. Usually I don't call my shot on those type of guys, but usually guys need a year to redshirt before they play. But man, is that kid a physical specimen. When he talked about talking to him, he talked about wanting to go to Pitt over Indiana and Penn State. The kid could have gone to anywhere, picks Pitt, stays at home, and man, I think he's going to be on the field early next year. I just watching his tape, man, holy shit, man, pumped up because he's your prototypical 6'4", 6'5" defensive end in a Pat Narduzzi defense. I'm pumped up to see that kid play. Juju Anderson will be a redshirt freshman. He's going to be back. 4-star defensive end Jaden Moore will be back. I'm pumped. Let's see here. Let me see comments through here. Exactly. Great comment here. All 3 linebackers played at championship high school programs. I agree. 100%, 110%. Oh, yes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Crothers signed his deal. He will be back. God, dude, he was getting ready. He got banged up and he ended up hurting his leg. He was out for the season. Man, that kid is going to be really good. So think about this for a second at the defensive end position. All guys that are 6'5" or taller. Okay, Zach Crothers, Jaden Moore. You'll have what's his name? Reston Layman, Jimmy Scott. Who's the other one that's in there? Juju Anderson. That's 5 guys right there. I think they're still going to add a couple guys in the defensive line, at defensive end wise. Dude, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. They've done a good job, and they've done a good job of retaining talent. Usually you'll see the guys that leave Pitt or the guys looking for more playing time. You can't blame them for it, okay? If they're not on the 2 deep, guys, I don't blame them for looking to go somewhere else. It's not like 2009, 2010 where you can't transfer and you just got like Alabama who's got, 3 levels of just absolute depth. I don't blame them. I'm good right now, I think, with Pitt having, the defensive tackle position, 4 to 5 guys to rotate. The defensive end, 4 to 5 guys to rotate. Have as much competition in there as you possibly can. I'm beyond happy with it, to be honest with you. All right, guys, we're an hour and 18 minutes in. Let's see here. Let's see here. Pitt Truther, you're nuts, brother. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's see. Other comments in here. Kuz, my man, he's in there. Marshland will be back. Yeah, Jeremiah Marshland will be back. Yeah, sorry, Hail to Pitt, 1976. It happens, brother. It's just how I talk. I'm as authentic as it gets. Let's see here. Guys, I think pretty much it. Josh Pittman, potentially, you could put him at defensive end. We'll see. I think he can do a little bit of both, defensive end or linebacker, but really good overall. Guys, thank you for tuning into a special edition, the signing day effect. Man, we got ourselves a really good class. Happy about it. Now it's time to focus on which bowl game we get, and then we got to start attacking the portal. That's what's up next. Good question, too. The Ole Miss, the schedule, guys. There are rumors that Ole Miss has canceled the game against Pitt, and then Wisconsin has canceled their game against Pitt. I believe you're going to see 2 new opponents on the schedule here in about 3 or 4 months. I won't tell you who those are. I do know who they are, but I'm not going to tell you. You'll be pretty happy about it. But get ready for that. Pitt fan, hail to Pitt. Great show, JJ. As always, hail to Pitt. Guys, hail to Pitt. Appreciate it as always. Pumped up, man. But now it's on to the bowl game. We got to finish off the season strong, get the bowl game going. But then number 2, it's now officially transfer portal season, guys. It's time to hit the transfer portal hard, find the guys that we need to get, and really get after it. Let me see here. Yep, nothing in there. W show, bro. Hail to Pitt. Bob Carrington Muse. Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. Guys, cannot thank you enough. The show is what it is because of you guys. As always, cannot thank you enough. If you have not done so, down below, hit the like button, subscribe. This is more of a talking thing the entire time. I really apologize. I want to get to more comments. Yes, obviously down below, don't be a hoe. Share the show. Remember, guys, got to share the show. It's free down there. Appreciate you guys. Cannot thank you enough. We went through every single player, 21 commits, a bunch of comments here and there. Guess what? We'll be back on Sunday for the Sunday conversation. Harry Paceris, the Pitt Guru, will be back from Pittsburgh Sports Now. Eric from the Bird Cave will be back as well. We'll be having a conversation more on the recruiting class, what we need to look for when it comes to the transfer portal. We're also going to talk about, you'll see the videos I'm releasing. I'm going to be talking about each one of the head coaching hires. I'm releasing videos. I already just released my thoughts on John Summerall going to Florida. I think it's a great hire. I think they did a better job of getting Lane, in my opinion. Pitt Truther, you always got to love it, brother. Amen. But, guys, thank you guys so much. Thanks, JJ. Hail to Pitt. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Pumped up as always. Again, thank you guys as always. We'll see you guys as always and forever. Hail to Pitt. I'll see you guys next time.